Hi, I'm Brian. Welcome back to another On the Road video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. Stop! Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water. Okay, today we're looking at a Whirlpool Gold Series dishwasher. The complaint is that it's not washing the dishes. We've entered the service diagnostic mode and checked for any stored error codes, which there are none. So we determined at this point that we will need to replace the motor pump assembly. The tools needed for this repair are a small flat blade screwdriver and a pair of hose clamp pliers. Okay, we're at the bottom of the dishwasher here. We removed the bottom toe kick panel. Just need a flathead screwdriver to do that. Next, to remove our motor pump assembly, we're going to have to disconnect a couple things. First thing we'll do is remove our drain pump, and we've drained all the water out of the dishwasher. All right, there's a tab on top of the drain pump we're going to push in. That'll release it. We can rotate it towards the back of the unit. And then it releases. All right, we're going to remove our drain hose here from the sump assembly. We're just going to use a pair of hose clamp pliers to remove the clamp. All right, there's 3 tabs that are going to hold the whole motor pump assembly in place. There's one right here in the front, and there's going to be one on each side. So we're just going to take that, and it's going to swivel over like that, so it takes it off of the cabinet. We're going to reach around and get the one on the left side, and then the one on the right side. All right, and now we're going to slightly push up on the whole assembly, which will break the seal free inside the dishwasher. And then we can open up the dishwasher door and finish removing it that way. We're gonna be able to get to our wire harnesses and everything else that's still attached to the motor pump assembly that will need to come off to allow us to pull it through the dishwasher. All right, now from the inside of the dishwasher, we're gonna remove the spray arm from the motor sump assembly. There's just a nut underneath this spray arm. We're gonna rotate it counterclockwise and remove it. All right, next we're gonna need to remove our spray tower, these 3 ports from the motor sump assembly here. To do that, the first thing we're gonna do is release the tabs that hold this on the back wall and on the ceiling. So there's these metal tabs here. We're just gonna push on and then release it. And same at the top here, push on those and release it. So now we can release these down here. There's this tab that will pull over and lift up on this one. And then there's little tabs here. We'll use a flathead to pry over, and we can remove this. And the blue one's just gonna pull straight out of the bottom. All right, now we should be able to pull up on our motor pump assembly here. And there's still going to be some wires and things attached. All right, so all right, what we'll do first is push these wires down out of this clip on the side of the motor pump assembly. All right, now we can pull this up, release these wires from this tab, and at the back now we can release our motor harness. And we'll use a small flathead to release the tab here. Remove that. And then we have our diverter motor here. We're going to remove this wire harness. And we also have another harness on the back side of this diverter motor. Alright. And the only thing that's left is we're going to actually remove this whole sensor. It's the OWI sensor or the turbidity sensor. Just going to turn that counterclockwise about 90 degrees and remove it. And now we can remove our motor pump assembly. Alright, so we just want to prep for the new motor pump assembly to go in here. We're just going to go around this rim and remove any gunk buildup and dry it up here. Alright, we got our new motor sump assembly here. You can see that it does come with the sump, the motor, and the diverter motor. So we won't need to reinstall the diverter motor from the other one. We will need our filter and filter screen here. So what we'll do first is install this one. Alright, before we set it in place though, we're going to need to reconnect our wire harnesses and our sensor. We'll do the sensor first here. We're just gonna line it up, push it all the way in, and turn it clockwise until it clicks in place. About 90-degree turn. Next is going to be our light blue wires. That harness is going to plug into our motor. Right there. And then we have the red and the dark blue harnesses that go to the diverter motor. The red one's going to go on this side, which is like in the center of the sump, and the other one on this end of the diverter. Alright, this brown one's for our drain pump that will plug in after we get it in place from the bottom. And that should be everything for now. So we can go ahead and set this in place. All right, we're gonna rotate this way. The motor goes towards the back, and again we have this pin here. It's gonna line up in the slot there. There's another notch out over here actually, so that the port of the sump for the drain, where the drain hose attaches to, can fit down in there. Might go this way first. There we go. All right, so we just want to evenly place this in here and push it down all the way around. Next, we can reinstall our spray tower. And we got the filter cover here from the old sump. Just gonna go underneath these two tabs, and then our filter can go in place. And we can set our spray arm on top here, and then we're just gonna rotate that nut on the bottom of it clockwise until it clicks to lock that in place. All right, now we're gonna lock our tabs in place. So the tabs swivel over from the sump assembly and they lock on underneath the cabinet, which holds the sump in place. We got one on the left and one on the right back here. Alright, so we just need to take our wiring harnesses and put them back in the clips on the side of the sump. And lock that in place. Alright, now we're going to reinstall our drain pump. This is the tab here on the drain pump that when you remove it, you press down on this, which releases it from the sump tab, and then you can remove the drain pump. So we're going to position it about in the same place where that tab goes. And then we need to go clockwise to lock it back in place. You should hear a click, and then you should not be able to move it in the back direction without depressing that tab. And then we have our electrical connection that we'll plug back in. And now we can reinstall our hose. All right, we got the dishwasher running through a test cycle now, and we're just taking a look underneath here at everything to make sure nothing is leaking, everything is dry. All right, now that we open the door, we can see the water was spraying, our spray arms are moving, so everything is taken care of. This will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.